Hey y'all, what's up and welcome back to B.T.P Reads, aka It's the Bree Show. And in today's video, this will be a what's the main topic for this Aries season. This is pretty much just a cover of this Aries season, okay? And I pretty much just break down the energies of the sun being in Aries, and then I will pull a few cards or like a few messages, just see what comes out. And you know, the as far as like the energies or certain things, you know, ideas, concepts, or experiences, etc., right, that you know we may all be experiencing over these next few weeks here, right, as a community or a collective. All right, so just to start things off, to break it down, right? Aries in itself is, so Aries starts off the spring season, okay? And as we know, spring is when everything is anew, right? Spring is almost like, you know, being, you know, it's almost like a newborn baby, or, you know, more so like being impregnated, right? And, you know, planting that seed, okay? But planting your seeds, okay? But Aries also deals with, like, you know, your vision, you know, taking action. Aries can also be very impulsive and things like that. Aries can lack patience, right? But at the same time, you know, where other signs, right, or like, for example, it's opposite sign Libra, it could be more indecisive, or, you know, it may tend to wait on others before it takes action or makes a decision, right? Aries just goes for it, right? Aries is, you know, bold and daring, and you know, it doesn't require a lot of like logic with Aries, right? It's like when you feel that fire, when you feel that passion, when you want something, or you have your eyes on the prize type of thing, you go for it, right? It's like that Fool card in tarot, okay? You know, having faith, like walking by faith and not by sight, ultimately. You know, that's what Aries embodies or represents. That's what Aries teaches us as well, okay? But still, you know, learn and try to be more in control in regards to just being reckless, or just being, you know, completely naive, and, you know, just making decisions based off just a feeling, or just, you know, because you're impatient, or you're, you know, you have that anger or that passion in you, right? Aries is ruled by Mars, which deals with anger, passion, aggression, desires, competition, okay, war, right? Aries is the god of war, right? But sometimes, you know, this can start unnecessary wars, right? Or, you know, unnecessary conflict or problems, or even burning bridges unnecessarily, right, with others, right? Or vice versa. Like, this could be others with, you know, other people with you. And sometimes it is unnecessary, right? Just because people may lack that, like I said, that discipline or that emotional control. And a lot of times that's what Aries can learn from their opposite sign, Libra, right? Or Aries can learn, you know, that from like Capricorn, right? Which is another cardinal sign. Aries is, by the way, Aries is also a cardinal sign, right? And that's why I say Aries is the initiator. Aries starts off and is the beginning of spring season. So all of the cardinal signs start off each season, right? Aries starts off the spring season, April. Cancer starts off the summer season, July. Libra starts off the fall or autumn season, which is October. And then Capricorn starts off winter season, which is okay, January. All right. So this is a good time to take action, right? Create a vision for yourself and go for it, right? Like I said, Aries is action oriented. Aries is bold and daring. When Aries wants something or has its eyes on, you know, on the prize, it goes for it. And like I said, it's kind of like that walking by faith and not by sight energy. So, you know, although that may seem irrational or may not make sense, right? Especially to like earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo at times, right? But in the end, you know, a lot of times it could pay off, or it could end up, you know, benefiting, right? You know, Aries, or just that energy in itself, right? Especially during Aries transits, right? When you embody those energies, because it doesn't matter necessarily if you are, you know, like if you have Aries in your top 3, your sun, moon, rising, or your North Node or your Mars, that doesn't matter, right? It's just in general, you can still embody those energies, right? Like me, for example, I don't have a specific planet in Pisces, right? But I still can and have embodied those Piscean energies and qualities, right? These past few weeks, right, during Pisces season. So as far as like being mutable and adaptable in regards to my emotions, you know, and emotional connections I'm making, or, you know, I want to make, you know, being open to, like, you know, my dreams and dreaming big, okay? And not only that, but like, you know, being willing to connect, right? And focus on the bigger picture, the broader scale, but also be able to connect with people or other places that also kind of like reflect that, represent that, right? Or, you know, I can share those similar experiences with, or, you know, those emotions with, or, you know, share you know, a similar sense of spirituality, okay, with these people or these places, right? So that's pretty much the energy that I had been in and been embodying right during Pisces season. So now during Aries season, right, and Pisces can kind of be all over the place too, with it not only being a water sign, but it being mutable at that. Aries more so gives Pisces that direction. Like I said, it goes for it, okay? Aries is direct, but Aries also takes action, okay? Aries is the masculine side to Mars, right? Mars rules Aries and Scorpio, okay? Scorpio is that dark side of Mars, the feminine side. Aries is the light side of Mars, okay? The masculine side. So that's why I say Aries is about, you know, executing, okay? Pushing things out, taking action, right? You know, whereas Scorpio may tend to harness things in, hold things in, right? Let things build up before it actually takes action or moves. Aries just moves. It just does, right? Like I said, Aries exerts, okay? So yeah, like, for example, me, right? I have a moon in Aries. So a lot of times, like, especially dealing with like, because I deal with a lot of like Scorpio moons and stuff like that, Scorpio energy in other people's charts, period. I mean, I have Scorpio Mars, but, you know, still it kind of plays out a little different, you know, compared to like a Scorpio sun sign or moon sign, right? But especially like moon sign, right? A lot of times in this where we may differ, right? Although I can, you know, we can understand each other with that Martian energy. But at the same time, where I may be more open, right? Or more quickly, because Aries also is, like I said, it's quick. Okay, it don't take its time too much, right? It's direct and straight to the point. It's fire, right? Fire lights you up. It's action, okay? So I can be like that when it comes to my emotions, my feelings, my mood, right? And what brings me emotional security or uncomfortability, right? Especially as a Cancer, right? I could be more quick, more fast, more prone to to express this, or to be open with this, right? To be direct with how I feel and my emotions, right? And that's something I had to learn, right, as an Aries moon. Whereas a Scorpio moon, right, that feminine side of Mars, they may tend to kind of hone in, harness their emotions and feelings. Okay, Scorpio also deals with like hidden motives and intentions. So it's not always necessarily a negative thing, but whereas Aries may be more open and direct with their motives and their intentions, Scorpio can be more secretive, can be more hidden. All right. You know, like not easy really to trust, right? Scorpio is more of that earth, you know, that earth-based sign. Or Scorpio, you know, doesn't deal with the water as much, like as Pisces, right? And Cancer deals with the water and the earth. Okay, but it's kind of like, you know, Scorpio getting close to a water and then it like back up because they don't like it. You know, it's like that type of thing when it comes to their emotions, right? It may take them longer, and them being a fixed sign as well, they can be more stubborn, right? And hold on to things, or hold things in longer and allow things to build up longer, versus Aries will just go for it, will just express it, will just let that light be shown. Whereas, like I said, Scorpio is that darkness, that internal, right? Aries embodies that external. Okay, so a lot of times, you know, but they also can kind of bounce off of each other and understand how each other feels. Like Aries may, you know, tend to externalize what Scorpio really is feeling, right? And what Scorpio is really feeling, a lot of times, that, you know, that's what Aries feels too. You know what I mean? So that type of thing, right? So, but this, you know, goes, and this can go directly into yourself. Okay, what you are passionate about, what you are passionate about doing. Okay, this can also be a good time to start new things. Okay, whether it is like new projects, new ventures. Okay, maybe new relationships. Okay, for some of you guys, maybe a new job, new career, new passions, new pursuits. All right, or this could just be a new, like I said, new vision, a new perception, a new way of looking at things, or maybe something you were once in, or a space that you're in. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull some messages for the collective, and then end it after that. Okay, so let's see. For the collective, let's see, for Aries season. Let's see what message comes out here for the collective for Aries season. Okay, Aries can also be competitive. It can deal with competition or competitors, right? Like I said, it is ruled by Mars, that Martian energy. You know, Aries does like to compete. Aries likes to take action, okay? I'm getting like a race, okay? The race. It also makes me think of that one girl, Shakari something, child, I forgot her last name. Right, but I know she's like in the Olympics, or she ran track. Okay, Shakari Richards or something like that, right? I don't know why she came to my mind. Well, she came to my mind because she's an Aries, right? But that's kind of like the vibe I was picking up too, okay, for these next few weeks. Some of you guys may even be exercising more, or maybe just getting more active. And that's also what Aries represents, right? That Martian energy in general, though, like action, like I said, or just being active, you know, pushing yourself. Competition doesn't always have to be with others, right? Especially Aries. Aries rules the self. Aries is the self-identity, you know, your own personal, your own, like being your own person, your own individual. Aries rules individuality, right? So you know, it's not always about other people or competing with others. Okay, sometimes it's in regards to self, right? And competing with yourself, and maybe who you once were or where you once were, and, you know, trying to challenge yourself to overcome that. And that's also why I do like, or I have been doing lately, like, you know, sharing like challenges with you guys, or things that I do personally in my personal life as an Aries moon, okay, Scorpio Mars, all right, because ultimately this is what these energies represent. Okay, but anyway, so Earth is the message, okay, that came out for this Aries season for the collective. So yeah, and it's kind of like what I was saying, you know, with Scorpio too, like being more on that Earth, you know, Earth-based. You know, Scorpio stays on land, right? Cancer moves from land to water, from water to land. Pisces is straight water, okay? But again, Earth can be significant. I'm getting more so like maybe Earth signs, okay, or being, although Aries is not the most practical, right? But there can be something in regards to practicality. This can also be things in the physical world, okay, or dealing with the physical world, okay, or like dealing with work, jobs, money, resources, and things like that. So, you know, that may also be areas where in life where, you know, we start to have new visions and new passions, maybe even new goals, okay, or new perceptions in those areas, okay, or we may need to, all right? This may even be personal to your body, right? Your outer appearance, okay? Or your health for some of you guys. You know, you may be implementing like new things to I'm getting like new regimens or something like that. Or like I said, maybe you're exercising, working out, or just being more active. It doesn't always have to be exercising, lifting 100 pounds, but you know, just being active, getting your mind, getting your body, you know, getting that you know, your spirit going, flowing, right? But yeah, some of you guys may even start to make money or something like that, or like a business in regards to like your passions or something here in regards to you. You know, maybe your identity, your, you know, your individuality, okay? Or something here around your personal interest or your personal passions and individuality may start to manifest, okay, into the 3D, okay, the mundane, right? But earth signs could be significant as well during these next few times, especially like Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn is also a cardinal sign, but it squares Aries. Okay, so this can be a challenge, especially if you have significant Capricorn placements in your chart. This could be a challenge for you over these next few weeks. Okay, because Capricorn likes to make sense. Capricorn likes to take its time. It's ruled by Saturn. Okay, it's very slow paced, slow moving. Okay, it likes to have the facts and reasoning. But at the same time, with Aries, Aries does not care about that, okay? And also, Capricorn is a feminine energy. Aries is masculine, okay? So again, this may be a good time to challenge yourself, okay? Or you may be challenged, okay? Collective, we may be challenged. Okay, be getting challenged by the universe, getting challenged by our environment, or just challenging ourselves, right? This can also be like stepping out of your comfort zones, things like that. So let's see, Aries season. What's the message here for Aries season for the collective? Message here for Aries season for the collective. So we have 3 of Pentacles, yeah. I mean, earth energy, okay? This is Capricorn, right? It came out. So yeah, some of you guys definitely have significant Capricorn placements in your chart, but like Capricorn deals with, you know, work, business, career, like I said, making sense. Capricorn also is action oriented, right? You know, Capricorn starts, it initiates, okay, but it's around what makes sense. Like I said, understanding, you know, more factual reasoning and things like that. But this can also deal with money, resources, or like dealing with, like I said, institutions, you know, career, your work, and things like that, or building up like some type of reputation or hobbies for yourself, okay? A sense of security, all right? You know, that deals with Capricorn, okay? But Capricorn also, you know, it takes its time, right? It's ruled by Saturn. Saturn is a slow-moving planet, okay? So, yes, and this can be in regards to, like, you know, networking, connecting, sharing your ideas, some type of projects, even down to opportunities, money, or resources, okay, with other people, okay? Some of you guys may start to network, or, like, you may start to, you know, maybe like work in groups or connect with other people, right? But still remember, you know, to be your own individual, right? Let your own individual light shine, right? That Aries energy. Okay, this is, so, you know, it could be something here significant with like Capricorn, Aries, all right, going on these next few weeks, okay? Or taking action, having a new vision, passion in regards to, you know, work, business, career, you know, your reputation, your money, your status, and things like that. Okay, or this may be other people or resources coming in, okay, to help you with this. All right, 10 of Swords is at the bottom. Yeah, I'm getting like endings, okay, some type of endings and new beginnings. But of course, we're going into Aries season. This is, you know, also where the sun is exalted. Okay. But again, newness. That's what spring season brings in, newness. All right. So this could be like new ideas coming in for you guys. Or you may need to be open to new ideas, new experiences, or new perceptions. Okay. Around like collaborating, working, sharing your projects, your work, your passions, your resources, or something like that. Maybe even your visions with other people. I'm getting something here around creation, creativity, co-creating, collaborating. Okay, so let's see for the collective for this Aries season. All right, so we have gratitude and unconditional love, the blueprint. All right. So yeah, some of you guys could be like, you know, you may start to take action or start to work on or creating things around like what you love, or you may start to like love these things. Okay, this could even be people or relationships or something like that, or health, or your health, like I said before. All right. This could be like self-love as well, okay? And the love you pour into yourself, ultimately that is what will grow. Or, you know, whatever you put your love into, your passion into, your heart into, that is what will grow. That is what will expand, okay? But there could be something significant in regards to kind of connecting or relating that with others as well here these next few weeks, all right? Some of you guys may be showing like more appreciation, or you may start to receive more appreciation, maybe for your work, your passion, your craft. I don't know, maybe maybe something, you know, you are individually like maybe good at, or you have started. Okay, or vice versa. Some of you guys may be the ones like, or you may need to, you know, showing gratitude or appreciation, all right, maybe to others, or just in general, things that you value, things you appreciate, things that you want to see grow, okay? And like I said, take action on this or towards these things, right? That's what Aries is all about, ultimately, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.